Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on sexual harassment in schools. First, I want to talk about why it is important to prevent sexual harassment. It is important to prevent sexual harassment for more than just the obvious reasons. Studies have shown that 83% of female and 79% of male students in grades 8 through 11 have been sexually harassed at school. 1/3 of these students say that they fear being sexually harassed during the school day. Studies have also shown that sexual harassment negatively affects students' emotional and educational development. This can include anxiety, loss of self esteem, confusion, depression, and distress. Now it's time to ask, what are some ways that we can make our sexual harassment policy effective? One way we can do this is by involving the entire school community. Using the school community to gain input could help to improve sexual harassment policies and make sure that they are effective. It's also important that we use language that is accessible to everyone in the school community and that is translated into other languages so that everyone has the ability to understand and follow sexual harassment policies. Our policy should clearly define what sexual harassment is. It should clearly lay out what is considered sexual harassment so that students understand what is and is not allowed. This may also involve providing specific examples to further students' understanding. Policy might also need to include the punishments that go along with taking such actions. We should also make sure to clarify that all students are protected from sexual harassment. When dealing with accusations of harassment, we should ensure confidentiality as much as possible to protect the people involved. This helps to minimize negative publicity and prevent retaliation by harassers, such as defamation lawsuits. However, identity may need to be disclosed to witnesses and accused harassers in order to properly investigate a situation. Policies should be clearly explained to students. We need to make sure that they know what to do when sexually harassed and what is involved in the ensuing process. We must also inform students and their families of other legal routes that can be pursued. In cases of less serious sexual harassment, we should also try to facilitate actions in a less involved manner, such as acting as a mediator. We must make sure that our sexual harassment policy is well publicized. Every student, teacher, administrator, and parent should be aware of schools' sexual harassment policies so that they can reach out if sexually harassed and know that something can be done. Contact information for the correct officials to deal with sexual harassment should also be provided. Now, here are some other strategies for preventing sexual harassment in schools. Here are some strategies for school administrators to employ. Administrators, like principals, should develop sexual harassment training programs for administrators, employees, and students so that everyone is educated and knowledgeable on how to deal with sexual harassment. Schools should also conduct a self-evaluation of the school to determine what kind of educational environment exists for all students and make sure that these environments are free from sexual harassment and are good, safe environments for students to learn in. They should also be sure that all school programs and activities, even those that occur off school premises, are free from sexual harassment. Here are some strategies that teachers can use. Teachers should act quickly when confronted with sexual harassment. Immediate action is incredibly important in dealing with accusations of sexual harassment in school. Teachers should also strategize with students about improving the classroom environment. Making certain that the classroom environment is welcoming for all students is extremely important, and student input is a great way to obtain that environment. Teachers should also be sure to enlist the support of parents.